What up, you lab rats? This is episode number 64. Today we're talking about entrepreneurial arrogance. Let's talk about that. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the Lab Rat Dailies, the in-between show of the main show on the Get in Lab podcast. Every day has a theme here on the Lab Rat Dailies. Today is Friday, which means it's Good Shit Friday, so thank you for being with us today. And today, of course, we're hanging out with my special guest, my co-host, my man, Dre Bailey. What's up, Dre?
Hey, what's up, Meg? You kind of got to me a little fast. Why am I looking at, what the hell's going on with my website?
I caught Dre off balance. See, we're all turned around because it's daylight savings time. So when I woke up and I felt all refreshed and being like, oh, yay, I woke up at 6. Actually, I woke up at 7. So now I feel a little like turned around, whatever. But anyway, yeah, today on the show, we're talking about entrepreneurial arrogance. And you know what? I didn't know it was called entrepreneurial arrogance until I was like looking it up. And we were, Dre and I were talking, we were like, hey, people are kind of getting big heads here. People aren't paying it forward. And what kind of made you bring this up? Because, Dre, you were the one who, gave me the topic for today's show. So what kind of brought this to your attention and how you were saying, what's up with this? People kind of losing their humility as they get established.
Well,
right?
I watch a lot of YouTube. I am a YouTube fan as well as a content creator on YouTube. So I look at some of these other YouTubers and they kind of, when they're looking down, and basically, first of all, YouTubers kind of set their, basically, YouTubers, basically everything is about subscribers, even though it's really about views. So your channel is like, hey, I got, let's say 1,000 subscribers, and that's how we're rated. That's how you rate each other. That's how, at least in YouTubers' eyes. So basically, when I look at other YouTubers out there and they got their subscriber count and they look at people below them, it's kind of like you get the vibe of that it's like scum. You can't do nothing for me. I don't want to work with them. I want to collab. I want to work with people, but they only want to work with people that they think can do something for them. But you don't know what anybody can do because you don't know who people know. And it's all about who you know as well. You don't know who's on their channel. It's not all about subscribers. Is the bottom line. I mean, just have a good heart, and if you can reach out and help someone, help someone. I don't care. I reached out for you, Meg. My channel has more subscribers than your channel. I don't care. I didn't necessarily look at that. I wanted to help you. I like your channel. I like your content. I like what you're bringing.
Yeah, dude.
And
really
you're welcome.
that.
You're welcome. So I reached out to you because I want to see you do more better. I feel that the stuff you're putting out, the content you're creating needs to get out there. And if I can help, I want to be able to help you. So, and that's how me and you kind of hooked up. That's why I'm here today. And it's nothing about necessarily looking for the kickback of her or you or anyone trying to help me. I just want to reach out, pay it forward, as you can say. And I did get a little reward because here I am talking to you on Good Shit Friday.
Yeah, that's so true, man. Like, I get so many kind of like pitches now every now and again. I think it's so weird, and I'm sure that people who kind of move from newbie to established, they get these kind of pitches where it's like, hey, can I be on your show? Or hey, can I be interviewed? And I think I could do this and that. But they don't really even like, these people, like, some of them have been on my previous show, like Love and Entrepreneurship, which was like whatever. And so they think they got like a foot in the door, and that for the most part, yeah. But then if they're not even like a fan of the show first and foremost, like, why would I say yes to that? Like, there's no connection, there's no relationship. It's very surface, and I think there's a lot of that going down right now where it's like, hey, we're podcasters and that's it, that's all you have in common. You haven't even said hi on Twitter or anything. You haven't even commented or liked on the content that I put out. And so how do I quantify and value your pitch to me? I mean, and getting an interview on the show is like, it's not like the highest honor ever, but like the way that you did it, Dre, the way that you reached out, the way that you interacted with me, that was human.
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't treat me like a number or a notch on your belt when you're trying to get interviews. Like, to me, that's kind of disrespectful to the content creator. I'm just speaking like in general. Like, I wouldn't expect anybody really to put me on their show just because I have X amount of subscribers and stuff like that. And before, a long time ago, when I started to do podcasting, like, I reached out to somebody and they had a pretty good following, but there were some things that I thought that he could improve, and so I wanted to talk about that, and they were like, well, we don't do interviews with people who only have X amount of subscribers, right? When I was first starting out. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, that's fine. I don't like, if that's your thing, that's your deal. But I think that when you do stuff like that to other content creators who are up and coming, like you said, it's like you kind of lose, you lose a fan, basically, because you just got the boot for not being at this level. It's like applying for a job and you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm ready to work, but nobody wants to give you a job. You know, you have to wait for somebody to say yes to you, and that's kind of ridiculous. So, like, you don't want to forget where you came from. Everybody who started, like you told me, Dre, like, everybody who started on YouTube started with 0 subscribers, and so why is there this like haterism of like subscriber counts? And I really love what you said. There's room for everybody, right? Because you can watch shit later. You can pause it. You can save it for later. You know, you can put that on your list. There's room for everybody. And, you know, like, I just think it's super silly. And now that I'm kind of getting a little bit, like, I guess there's levels.
Right.
Right? Would you say, like, when you first start out, like intermediate, advanced, whatever, there's like levels within the industry that you're in the podcasting industry. It seems like I'm in some sort of level that I wasn't in before when I first started, whatever I want, you know, whatever label you want to put on that. And now I'm seeing things like, oh, there's some big dogs out there who are really only going for the money grab or the name grab or the subscriber count grab or the views grab or whatever kind of grab, and like they kind of forgot that they were once that person too who was fangirling, fanboying over you, and you don't want to reach out, you don't want to help because you're too big.
But you know what, Meg? Maybe that's the way to get to the top. You know, I don't know because I'm not there, but maybe that is the way. I know when you look at a lot of successful people, you know, like Steve Jobs and people of that caliber, they ate some people for lunch to get up to the top. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I get the whole like, yeah, that's a really good, relevant like reference to bring up, because Steve Jobs said, like, you know, in order to have the best team possible, you need a team of A game players, right? Not A, B, and C players. So, like, I understand that. I get that. But, like, somebody like Gary V, who at least always sends me a smiley face or tags me when he replies to me or something, or a thumbs up or, like, thanks in his comments. And I super appreciate that because I'm super fangirl over Gary V. And, like, there's somebody out there who's going to super fangirl over you, Dre, and then you're going to, and like the fact that you replied back to them means the world to them, that they you know, it gives them inspiration. But when you totally dismiss or ignore or whatever, don't even respond, that does something too. And so, like, like you said, you don't know what people know or who they know or what they can do for you. The point is that on just a bare minimum level, you're helping out other content creators. Isn't that the whole purpose of this thing?
Yeah.
Anyway?
Gosh, I'm praying for.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I remember what I was gonna say.
Maybe we'll feel different. Maybe because we haven't made it, that kind of whole conversation. I don't know.
I think I'm always gonna have the big heart. I want, if I can help you, I want to help. I don't know. That's just the way I was raised. You know, maybe I will be different when I get up to the top, or and most people are down below me, but I'll never forget where I came from. And like you said with the comments, it's a good feeling when you type in a comment to a YouTube creator that you're a fan of, and they reply to you. It feels good. It's like, wow, they actually said something to me, and I don't necessarily say thanks. I'll give them some of my time. I'll write actually a little mini paragraph to let them know I'm listening. I'm there. Thank you for your comment, and things like that.
Right.
But there is one thing I don't like, so I'll throw it out there because I'm not all. Well, I am, but there's one thing I don't like. I don't like long comments. I don't like comments where you give me homework. I don't want to do homework because Google is homework.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So basically, if you're like, hey, what cameras to buy? Is this camera better than that camera? And blah, 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 blah. You're going to have to do your own homework. And you can do that with Google. I can give you a quick, what's on top of my head. But I don't know every camera. I don't know every lens. I know what I have. And if I don't have it, I don't know it that well. So if you have something that I don't have, I could give you a quick opinion of what I know of it already, but you're going to have to go do your own homework. There's many websites out there, and Google is amazing when you just type what you said in the comment to Google, and you'd be surprised what comes up. So that's one thing I don't like, that I'm kind of like.
That's true, man. That's
don't give me homework. But
let's put your example on the board, because I really love how you did that. When you emailed me and you said, hey, you're doing this shit wrong, but in a very nice way, right? And you're like, here's what you could do, right? You did your homework, you looked at the channel, you saw what was wrong with the channel, and then you presented all of your findings, and then it was like it wasn't a pitch or anything, but you presented me with all of the evidence, and now I go, okay, cool, you have my ear, because look at all the shit that you did for
I just
me.
basically,
like, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go, on my analytics and look. You did all of that, and so you did all the homework for me, and so automatically my ears are pricked up, right? Because I was like, dude, this guy knows what he's talking about. Here it all is in the email, and like, I should be talking to this guy. And so if you ever want to reach out to anybody, do your homework, present them with the ideas that you have, and back it up, right? And you give them suggestions on how they can fix the issue that they have, and always being gracious about it. And that is a perfect calling card. That is a perfect business card. That's the way humans do business before all of this, like, hiding behind a gravatar or an avatar or whatever, hiding behind the screen or the camera or the mic. It's like being a real human being, just saying, hey, I'm reaching out to you, and this is what I see. And you did all the research, and I was like, sweet.
That's right.
Okay, I'm on board. Whatever you have to tell me, pitch me, whatever, I'm on board, because like, you already did so much.
I just wanted to leave you with a choice. And when I was writing that, because you want to keep it short and sweet, but I didn't think I did the best I can. I was going to just say, this is the way I think it should be done, but I was like, no, I want to give some examples. So.
But I could see you were trying to, like, save my feelings.
I didn't know how you was going to take it.
Which
but
I
then
appreciate.
Again, I wasn't looking for anything, so I actually didn't care how you took it. I just wanted to, there it is.
Right.
You decide if you want to try this way or keep trying your way. And that's the way I left it. So if I did hurt your feelings, I would have been sorry. But I wasn't looking for nothing in return, so I would have just hurt your feelings. You know what I mean?
No, you didn't hurt me, but I could tell that you're trying to save my feelings.
Yes,
okay, it's cool, man. It's cool. Like, you let me know what's up. And I appreciated that. And, other content creators, how big they are, they don't know everything, right? They don't know everything. So there's a sort of, like, I was reading a couple of these articles, and there's a bunch of them out there if you just Google entrepreneurial arrogance, because that's kind of how I felt. Like, I felt when I first started in this entrepreneurial thing, and like working from home and figuring it out and stuff like that, and reading Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek, I had this kind of arrogance about me that said, like, why are you guys working in a 9-to-5 job? Like, don't you know that there's, like, another life for you, that there's something better? And that was super arrogant for me to say, just because I was super excited and passionate about it. But I think a lot of entrepreneurs will kind of relate, the hustlers out there, that there's a certain, like, that their way is the best way, or they're putting out content. Like, I put out content, here's 5 ways to be more productive, as if I'm the most productive person in the world, which is not true. And so, like, I think even though we have great thoughts to share as entrepreneurs and being more productive or being whatever, and no matter what level you are, the bottom line is always to help other people, and solve their problems. And that in and of itself should always just kind of be the grand vision for all content creators. Are you helping? Are you making a difference in somebody's life, other than just, securing your bottom line and securing your subscriber count or fame or whatever it is that kind of seems to be overshadowing the reason why we're here in the first place. And so I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Like, if ever, I'm going to put it down here on this piece of content. If I ever get a big head and I don't respond to you, yeah, you call me out and say, bitch, please. You said in episode number 64 to call your ass out. And I'll be like,
and this is with anything, paying it forward is a good feeling. Oh, yeah. So when a week after I, gave you some advice that I think that can help you out, I had another YouTuber that's channel is twice as big as my channel. He reached out to me, and I thought that was cool. And we did a collab on my channel, and
see, the wheel goes around,
and it was amazing how it was just the same. It was the same week. It was days after. So, did I get that from helping out Meg, or was it going to happen anyway? I don't know. It depends on what you believe in, But if you pay it forward, you'd be surprised how it comes back to you in return, And it's a good feeling. Even if nothing comes back, it's a good feeling. I don't want to get to the top crushing people. Maybe that's how you got to get there, but then I guess I will probably never get there. I'll have to hire somebody to do the crushing. But it's not going to be me, because it's not me. It's just not me and my character. And I always want to be me. I'm going to always be myself. Myself is going to take me to where I want to go.
Well, Dre, what's your definition of, like, making it big or getting there or being established? What's your definition of
just
that?
my personal goals. It's not necessarily where somebody else want to be. So, like, with what I do now, photography and YouTube, and actually working a 9 to 5, or my job is a 9 to 9, is to not work the 9 to 9s anymore, to be able to do photography, full time, and even YouTube, like a mixture of YouTube and photography, kind of like what I'm doing now. But the only difference is I'm doing a 9 to 9 in between, and that makes what I'm doing, what I love to do, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So I just want to be able to sustain my lifestyle doing what I love. So that's my personal goal. There's no numbers behind it. I don't even write down. They say you should write down your goal. I didn't write down no numbers because I don't have a number. I know when I'm there is when I'm not doing that 9 to 9 anymore. So that's my personal goal.
Gotcha.
That's what I think success in my, and everybody has success. I mean, it's different for everybody. Your success might be numbers, might be taking out this guy or that gal. It's different for everybody, but you definitely gotta make it yours, make it your goal. What you define successful, and then go ahead and take that path to get there.
Right. I think, that and that always kind of comes up daily, because you see other people's subscriber count and likes and whatever, like, oh man, and it will mess with your own definition of success. It'll mess with you. And then it often messes with me, because, like, I often think, well, it's not that I'm looking for a subscriber count or a metrics number, but the metrics often provide a sense of proof to other people who haven't heard the message yet, right? Or they provide a sense of security. They provide a sense of, like, oh, I'm in the big leagues, and it will mess with you. But I want to remind all, like, content creators out there who strive to create better content is to realign. Like, you're going to see that shit every day. You just realign and remember what your definition of success is, and are you helping people? I think you can't get around that. If you're not helping somebody, then your message really isn't going to spread, or your purpose here isn't really going to take root because other people are interested in themselves. Like, what are you doing for me? That's basically what people are thinking. What are you doing for me? You know, am I getting motivated right now, or am I being inspired, or am I being bored? So click away, right? So the bottom line is, are you helping people? And then at the same time, you know, keep paying it forward. Like, I love what we've created here, Dre, because this is proof of what we're talking about. Like, you know, just keeping people in mind who are doing the right thing and, you know, rewarding that, you know, to each other. And so, like, I think it's pretty cool. And every day we come on, you know, on Good Shit Friday, like, it's proof for people to be more genuine with their reaching out to people here online, because you can get kind of, I don't know, you forget that you're talking to another human. And I kind of hate when, like, VAs call me up and say, so-and-so wants to be on your show. I kind of hate that, because it means, like, okay, do you even know who I am? Like, I don't know. I don't think if I were to, like, approach Pat Flynn with, like, trying to get on his show or something, I'm just saying, I always refer to Pat Flynn because he's made it, whatever. But I wouldn't send my VA to, like, talk to him. Let my people talk to your people, kind of thing. I'm like, I don't got no people. I'm here. But maybe that's just because I have a different definition of success, right? So, be that as it may, we're coming up on 21 minutes here, so I think we're cool.
Can I say a word?
Any closing words, Dre? Yeah.
To get to where you want to go, you're always going to need help. You can't do it by yourself.
That's true,
you can't do it by yourself.
That's
you
true.
could try, but you know, I guess there's a percentage that you can, but you're not, man. You need a team to get you to where you're going to go. So go ahead and, you know, start developing that team, start paying it forward, and you'd be surprised who can be on your team. I'll tell you what, it's a good feeling to know, if you have a favorite anything, me, a favorite YouTube content creator, YouTube star. Because when I first met Meg on my screen when we did the webcam, I'm a little starstruck, you know, because it's like to be able to be on her channel on a weekly basis is truly amazing. It's a great feeling. So you never know what could happen with your efforts to get, you know, when you're developing that team to get you to where you want to go. And you don't, the possibilities are, what's that phrase? Endless? What are they?
Endless.
The possibilities are endless. So, because here I am, and this is the last thing I was thinking of right here. If I thought anything, I would say, maybe she'll give me a shout out on the next show, but I'm shouting myself out, EMIP, right here on Meg TV, and I love it.
Yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Every single day, like, you know, like this relationship right here, this is a big surprise and a big reason of what keeps me going to create the content that I do and to be better at creating content. And we should all strive to create better content. There's a lot of shit out there, right? So, yeah. That was good. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on with me. And if you guys have any questions for us, you can always tweet at us. I'm at Megan J Photo.
EMIP TV at EMIP TV on Twitter. Check me out.
Yeah. And so, oh man, I should have totally streamed this on Meerkat, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow on the Weekend Warrior, we'll be doing how to do something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Once again, my name is Megan, reminding you to get in the lab.
Get in the lab. See you later. I'm Dre, EMIP TV.
All right. Peace out. All right, that's clean. That's clean, man. Let me hit stop on all this crap.